In this video, we are going to talk about the Venn diagram and how to combine the Venn diagram with operators like and or. Venn diagram is a graphical representation of a mathematical item like a set. A set is a collection of objects, right? So on the left-hand side, you see we have a set we call P. P contains 7 objects, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. So if we put it in the set notation, that will be the one on the left-hand side. Alternatively, we can put it in the Venn diagram, like this is the set P, alright? It's a collection of objects. So the objects are A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, right? And for example, we have another set we call Q, alright? Q contains 6 items. We have U, V, W, and 1, 2, 3, right? So this is the collection Q. Once again, we can represent Q with a Venn diagram. So the collection of Q is something like this. There are numbers 1, 2, 3, and also letters U, V, W. And then we can combine 2 sets, P and Q, for example, with and or. Now, once again, and is the overlapping between the two. So if we want to consider P and Q, alright, we want to find the overlap part between P and Q. So we can represent P and Q. The overlap will be the numbers 1, 2, and 3, alright, so that would be P and Q. In terms of the Venn diagram, we can put the P and Q into something like this, right? So this is the collection P. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we have A, B, C, D over here. Alright. On the other hand, we have Q. Q will be represented by this Venn diagram. We have 1, 2, 3, and the U, V, W over there. Alright. You see the number 1, 2, 3 is contained in both P and Q. Alright. So we have the collection P and Q will be the overlapping between U, V, like this part. Alright. So that would be the operator and. Alright. Let me highlight this part is P and Q. Okay. Now, likewise, we can connect PQ with or. Or that would be the total footprint. Alright. Everything contained within the colored boxes. Alright. That would be P or Q. Alright. P or Q will be all things inside P and Q. So that will be 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, U, V, W. All of them, alright, will be the content of P or Q. If we want to draw the Venn diagram, it will be something like this. Alright, we have P like this. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, and A, B, C, D in P. And then we have Q like this. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, and then U, V, W in Q. Alright, so this is P and this is Q. So the set P or Q will be the entire footprint. Alright, under PQ, and that would be the entire footprint will be here. Alright, everything under here will be P or Q. Alright. So everything included inside this one will be P or Q. Alright. In other words, in the Venn diagram, if we have this A and B, will be the one in between, right? In the middle part, that would be P and Q. That would be P and Q. Alright. For or, we have this. If this is P, this is Q, then P or Q will be the entire footprint, right? The entire region covered by the circles. So that would be P or Q. Alright, so that is a graphical representation of the Venn diagram. Now, next up, we want to look at some of the quantity for the connection of the Venn diagram. Let's take a look at this example. For example, in a class, there are 100 students. In a school, there are 120 students in choir. There are 76 students in the basketball club. Alright, basketball. Alright, and then there are 21 students in both of them. Alright, so the question is, what is the number of students in either the choir or the basketball club? Alright, we want to ask how many of them in either the choir or the basketball club. Alright, so you may think, oh, it is just 120 plus 76, right? There are 120 in the choir and 76 in the basketball. But no, it's not just that simple, because there are some people overlaps. Alright, so let's take a look at this. We have 120 in the choir. So in the choir, there are 120 students in this group. Alright, and then there are 76 in the basketball. So there are 76 people inside this blue circle. Alright, but then we know there are 21 in both of them. So there are 21 of them inside this green region, right? Inside this green region, this 21 is in choir and basketball, right? So there are 21 in this region. So the question is, how many are there in either the choir or basketball team? All right, that means how many people are there under this purple region. All right, how many people they are in this purple region altogether? So there are two ways to do it, right? The first way is to make some subtraction. Alright, so you have this red circle is 120, and then there are 21 of them in this blue part. So there must be 99 of them, alright, in this region. Alright, in only the red but not in the blue. All to the red number and the green number add up to 120. Alright. And by similar token, there will be like 55 in this region. Alright, just in the blue but not in the red. So the 55 and the 21, once again, they add up to 76. And the total number of people under the purple will be 99 plus 21 plus 55. Alright, that is one way we can answer this question. Or there is a neat formula that can help us. Alright, let me highlight the formula. We have the number of people in P, and the number n bracket means the number of people, right, in Q, equals to the number of P and Q plus the number of people in P or Q. Alright, that is a very important principle when you want to work out the number of the population in the Venn diagram. So in other words, in this particular example, we have 76 plus 120, right? Alright, so that's how we find out the number of people with the Venn diagram using this formula in orange. So let's try another example. For example, there are 40 students in the class. Alright, we have 20 of them pass English. We have 31 pass Chinese. We have 17 pass in both subjects. Alright, the question is, how many failed in both subjects? How many fail in both subjects? Alright, think about it. We can use Venn diagram to handle this question. Alright, these are all the people in the class. There are 40 of them. Alright, and then 25 of them they pass English. So this is in the red block. The red box is English. 25 of them pass. And then the blue box is 31. They pass Chinese. Alright, so there are 31 who pass Chinese. And then there are 17 of them who pass in both subjects. So there are 17 of them in between. Alright, so first you can calculate how many of them pass in either subject. Right, so you can calculate the number of people under red or blue. Alright, this purple part is the total number of people pass in either subject. And then you take 40, subtract that number. That would be the number of people outside the blue and the red. So that would be the number of people who failed. All right. So we can do this. The answer is 40 minus the number of people who pass English or Chinese. All right. And that passing English or Chinese will be 25 plus 31 and then minus 17. Alright, that would be the number of people passing English or Chinese. That would be the number of people in this purple region. Alright, if you subtract from 40, that would be the number of people who failed in both subjects. And the answer is 1. Alright, there is a 1 unfortunate individual who failed in both subjects.